there's the lift out over there, and then I don't want to go over here unless it's less southy than I think. And here we go. Whew, little bump there. That's why I launch with my left hand and have my right hand on the stick. Yeah, it's a little bit southy. It's okay. I can find my level ground here. Looks like I need one bump it down, I think. That changes too as the night rods warm up. Or cool off, I should say. They're warmed up right now. Yeah, it's definitely southy. That's okay though. Trim here in a little bit, not yet though. It takes a while to cool off the night rods. They're really not all that hot. The sand's not that hot. It wasn't sitting in the sand long. I pretty much just walked up, took a sip of coffee, or water that is. Got my radio turned on. It was warmer in the back of my truck than it is up flying, but that's not as much as when it's sitting like in hot sand. You really notice it on sunny days. It sits in the sand, and those night rods get all longer, right? And get stretched out longer from the heat, expanded. Won't be as much of a trim change today. I don't mind the night rods. A lot of people complain about it. I said, shoot, man, once you're in the air, you've been flying for like 5 minutes, you retrim it, you're done. And it's just one little retrim. Stand over there, but the hike, you know, it's not just a flat hike. And I pretty much got to walk backwards so I can keep my eye on my sailplane, right? So yeah, really not optimal. And I'm not landing over there. There's no landing zone for this thing over there. No way. This is bad enough right here if I'm forced to land it up here. Over there it's even worse. Third one. Make it a little more violent. Put my helmet on right so my camera angle is good. My camera angle is a little bit high, so I got to put my helmet on a little lower, right? A little face down lower. Thing's so dainty. Love it. Alright, I just put one clicker right in. So I'm expecting it. Looks like maybe it was a little bit too much, but that could have been turbulence doing that too. Little bump. See if I can stop. I am stopped. So I've got 10 miles an hour up there, and there it broke, right? See if I can maintain my altitude here. See what kind of altitude we can get here. See what's here. It feels like the wind is straightening up a little bit, which is awesome. Means this chute might open up for me. That'd be really cool. How about a roll? See if I keep it above the horizon. Yeah, no, I kind of barrel rolled it and cheated a little bit because the winds are light. sunshiny days really makes a lot better videos. These really stand out, you know. See, kind of got bouncy there. I got a little too far back. A little bit behind the ridge there. Over there is where the lift is good. Now, I'd like to go stand over there, but like I say, the walk to come and land it, it's a nightmare. That's where the lift is, and that's where my camera would get better views too, right? Yeah, right. I'm standing here, sorry. Someday I might go fly this on Danger Dune, which is right there. I like to go down on the face. It's just talk about no landing zone for something like this, yeah. Today's going to be kind of a smooth day because it's pretty calm. You have to work with conservation of energy, right? And it feels like the wind is straightening out. It feels like it's trying to come from due west, which would be awesome. Instead of a little bit southy like it was when I launched. Let's see. Let's see what the wind direction looks like. Right about, yeah, there's still just a little bit southy, but not bad. It's actually pretty straight. Let's see if it screwed up my chute. Got a little bit bumpy in the mids, but that means it's not all that southy. That's great. It's not just dead air over there. It's not too dead out front. It's not great. The high part of my chute, of course, is way far back, right? So out front here, there's not going to be anything. Or very little. Maintainable. Winds, yeah, I'm feeling like 5 in my face, I think. That's about it. But it's dead on, pretty much, so that's good. Doable. Fine over there, that's for sure. Coming tomorrow, so I can't stay out here too long, but I missed yesterday. Had stuff happen, couldn't get out. I wanted to. I think it would have been better yesterday. I had sunshine yesterday too, but yeah, life is what life does, right? snap quite as well as it does. It doesn't snap to the right quite as well as it does to the left. It's all good though. We'll do it. It's just a matter of getting the technique. I don't usually snap to the right because it snaps to the left. Right? So I'm kind of not well that practice snapping this thing to the right. I like to do the fly-throughs through the right. Oh, that bird may want to play games with me. Man, I'm always in for a good dog fight. Oh, he's lucky he's running. As soon as they see I can outclimb them, they kind of go, well, maybe I should not. Look at him, look at him. He's looking. He's looking at me. Come on. I'm ready. I am ready. He's following me. Watch this. I'm going to get him to chase me. And then do a loop on his ass. Hello! No, I'm not afraid of you. Alright, how about a spin? I added too much up. Doggone, I gotta remember to come off the up. I've got too much up to do a spin. It likes to stagnate halfway through, right? It's too wild and momentum stagnates. Alright, let's try that again. This time not quite full up. There we go. I've got a lot of throws on this thing. It's dedicated for sloping, so when I built it, I added dihedral and made sure I got a little extra elevator. The horn they give you is wood, and you glue it on, and so I moved the hole up about 1/8 of an inch to give myself more elevator throw. This thing really doesn't need it, but I took it, and I enlarged the rudder and got all the throw I could out of that too. My servos aren't even side by side. I've got one underneath the wing and then one in the front, so I can have full length arms on them and they don't collide, right? I guess the new school servos they'd fit in there side by side and I'd still get lots of throw, but these are old school, 1980s. Maybe early 90s. I've had a few radios in this thing. Started out with an MRC, which you guys didn't even know. Model Rectifier Corporation made radios. Radio control, right? That was my first radio. I should have got a Craft. I just was young and stupid. MRC was a great radio, but it was expensive compared to the Crafts. Really were just as good as far as radio signal goes, right? And I wanted 6-channel because I wanted to do flaps and didn't want to be limited. These birds are, they don't like it when I do aerobatics. They're like, hey man, that's against the law. I'm the police. I'm going to come and get you right there. I'll put you in cuffs. Yeah, okay, now it's my turn, Bubba. Turned and ran. Smart bird, he ran from me. I'm trying to talk the guy at Skybench 1 to re-kit this. And I talked to him and he says no, he's having a balsa shortage right now, so he just can't get to it. He's having to buy balsa at full retail price. He's like, man, I'm just not doing that right now. So he's pretty limited on the kits he's putting out. But he's got some cool old school kits, man. And he hasn't designed and put this one out yet. I keep pushing him. I keep telling him, hey, I'm sending people to you. He goes, yeah, I know, but balsa shortage. He's got to pay full retail for balsa, so these kits have got to be pretty expensive, and that means they're hard to sell, right? I think he's got like a 2/3 a kilo or something like that, or maybe it's a half scale. That sounds really cool. Even shorter than a 2 meter, right? Man, tell me that wouldn't be awesome. Do I see a parasail out of the corner of my eye? No. My right eye's watering up a little bit. I'm seeing colors. Yeah, that's wasn't the day I was hoping for, but still, look at this. Yeah, who can complain, right? Look at the climb over there. Holy cow. We'll go back into that. Yeah. Getting high enough, I might be able to pull off a reverse Immelman for you guys. It's minimum right there, absolute minimum. I don't think I really want to do it from there. I got to do a half outside with a flat bottom wing, right? And I've got to exit with enough carry speed to roll out inverted against the dihedral and rudder only, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's just absolute minimum altitude right there. I don't want to get higher. I want to get higher. All right, here we go. Reverse Immelman. Try to roll it out and keep it above the horizon, because the camera, when this green gets below, gets in the where it's below the horizon in the ocean, and this thing just disappears for the camera. I can still see it well enough. The camera says, ah. It's good. The lift was good enough to get me up where I could do a reverse Immelman. That's not a bad day, right? Canopy's been up too high for so long, decades. Then last time I flew it, it rolled over on landing, and the battery hit the canopy hard enough to knock it out and break it. So I fixed it right this time. This thing's so aerodynamically clean. I always hated seeing my canopy sticking up in the wind, you know. Stuff to do today in preparation for tomorrow. I got my fly in. I think I'm going to call that good. It's a good day. I really wanted another 50% more wind than this, or 25% maybe. I got 10. I want 12 and a half, 15. Really, when this thing comes to life for aerobatics. Have to do that conservation of energy stuff, right? with this thing because it floats really well, but it also penetrates, I think, better than, I'll say, any other wooden sailplane, 100 inchers. Some may come close, I don't know, but this thing's got legs. Put the nose down a little bit, she cruises. That's what's nice for catching thermals too. If you have to travel from thermal to thermal, look, I can put the nose down, let it carry, and I'm not losing altitude, right? Even on the flatland, when you're doing thermals, you just send 10 feet to pick up some airspeed and then just level it out, and it just keeps going. And that's where most wooden sailplanes don't do that. The Aquila or Aquila, however you want to pronounce it, floats better than this thing does, but man, it doesn't penetrate. If it gets on a day where you're having to hunt thermals and go places to find them, this is what you want. You can get to them and get in them long before the Aquila gets there, right? Aquila gets there, yeah, he can maybe out-climb you, out-float you, but I can get there sooner and beat him. Hell, by the time he gets there, the thermal's gone, right? Those kind of days, that's where this thing is just awesome for thermaling. You can search for your buddies too. Hey, there's lift over here, come on. Here, let me go try it over there. You can actually go places. And when you get there, you can float in it, right? Yeah. And it weighs, this one weighs 2 pounds and 3 ounces. My other one is 1 pound and 15 ounces, under 2 pounds. Now you catch a thermal, yeah, up you go. I need to get my other one out. It's not as aerobatic as this one because I didn't build it, so it was built to the plans for thermaling. In other words, I added dihedral, right? And that's huge. That's really basically, besides enlarging the rudder, the dihedral that I added to this thing is key for slope soaring. Added dihedral allows your rudder to be all that much more powerful. It just gives power to your rudder. My other one will snap, but it won't snap like that. It'll kind of fly through and then say, okay, I'll snap now. This one just says, snap? Yes, sir. Right now. If I was making it for thermaling, I would go ahead and add the dihedral because it takes less rudder to bank, right? And the rudder's drag. You're sitting there, turn, you got the rudder slam, well, you're creating drag, right? And instead, I'm turning and getting where I want to go. Ooh, I got a little turbulence there on that one. So yeah, even for thermaling, I'd add dihedral for sure, and enlarge the rudder. I'd make it just like this, even for thermaling. You're not losing that much lift by adding dihedral. Only, God, 0.5% maybe, right? Just compared to what you save with not having to make your rudder cause drag, and you're yawing a lot too when you're using rudder. And so why the hell do I want to yaw longer? Trying to get the wings to bank. No, I'd much rather this thing just do a turn, right? Look, that was half rudder. Half rudder this way. I mean, wow, yeah. I think full rudder on most rudder elevators wouldn't even be that much. Wouldn't even bank that fast, right? Yep, add dihedral if you're going to do sloping, and even for thermaling, for Pete's sake. Why do you want to create drag with your rudder? And you're yawing more too, and longer. And so that side area of the fuselage creating drag. And all you're trying to do is turn to get to where the lift is, and you can't get there, and you're creating drag before you even make your turn. Yep. I kind of think the hobby world kind of missed out on that, you know. And that's where polyhedral is really strong, right? You got a flat center section, but then the tips are dihedral or polyhedral, because there's one on each side, so it's two, right? That's super strong. But your root really doesn't do a whole lot, it's your tips. So polyhedral birds are also very, very good for making your rudder powerful. And when it comes time to land, who the hell wants less power for your rudder, right? If you're slope soaring, you guys know what I'm talking about. You want all the rudder you can possibly get. And more, if you can't possibly get enough. These rotors back there will roll you over, even this one. Luckily, I've got a hell of a cool landing zone. But I've flown it where it's just, oh, it'll roll you over on your back. And you're just trying to stop it. Then they think, okay, good, I'll go ahead and complete the roll. And then it stops helping you. And then you're stuck inverted. You're screwed. I just go with it. Just let it roll me over. Oops. And then you hit the counter turbulence, and you're all wrong. All right, I think I'm going to call that a day and go home. That was a good day. Oh, I hate to leave, but it's not optimal weather either. This is good, but it's not optimal. Another 2 to 5 miles an hour, and man, it would just be rip-roaring fun. Grab my bag. I guess I better grab some altitude too, because I gotta walk through valleys, which means I want to be high, so I don't have to zigzag such a tight area. Nope. Let me turn my camera off for you guys. You don't need to walk back with me. All right, camera off. See you guys at landing zone. Alright, I'm standing a little bit further back this time because my hill keeps getting bigger in the back. And I don't want to land where it's still uphill. I want the air to go dead on the surface, right? Where I don't want to flip it over while it's sitting on the ground. Alright, take a look here. Alright, I'm looking good. I'm still too high. Winds feel nice and calm here. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm low. Swing it around. Whoops, got some altitude. I took my eyes off it. I'm feeling kind of antsy because my last landing here done broke it. Oh, there we go. I'm back where, yeah, I can put it down. There's almost no wind on the ground right there. Alright, guys. Don't crash. Fly like an eagle. Take care.